Hello everyone, and good afternoon, and welcome to our second webinar. Today, we are glad to invite you all on a very short notice. We have, we were thinking which topic we should pick up, and this was the right thing what we thought of picking up the Q&A session, wherein every users they require their frequently asked questions are there that we will discuss what all things we can take it further in the Q&A sessions, and mostly ask questions that I will discuss first, and then we can do that. Perfect. So this is how we are going to do this one. Now coming to the first question, what I would like to suggest you is the let me share my screen so I can take you through the tally screen. Here you go. Perfect. Now see the first question, everyone what I have gone through, we have installed Tally, and after few months or after a year, due to some reason, they are coming up and they are telling me that my data has got some issue, and we are not able to open the data. And when we look into the data, and the data is getting the data got corrupted. So when we ask we asked to this question, have you ever taken the backup in the system? So they will just they are just surprised. Backup, what is this? We thought that Tally is taking the backup by itself, but this is very not the appropriate thing. Tally doesn't have any auto backup facility. You need a manual way of taking the backup. So that's how you have to do it. It all depends upon the volume of the data you have. If you have a very huge data, transactions are very huge on a daily basis, you can take the backup on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, or whatever way it suits for you. It depends all upon your number of transactions every day you're having. Okay, to take the backup, it is very simple process. Okay, now in ERP 9, if you go there, if you press Alt F3, you will be able to do that. But we are in Tally Prime, the process has been changed. All you have to do is you have to click on this data, on the top data. Now here you can see the backup option. Okay, now here this backup option, once you click on this backup option, then it will ask you the destination. Okay, so now here is the destination where you want to take the backup. Okay, so here you can just mention the backup as I generally do this way, Tally backup. I give the folder name as Tally backup, then year 2021, then the month, this is September is the month, and then the date. So in this way, what happens is it really helps you that it is which year's backup, and in that 2021, which month backup I'm taking, and in that which year backup, which date, on what date I'm taking the backup. So as soon as I press the enter, it is just asking you to confirm the path. Then I'm just doing here. I'm selecting down below. Here are the list of the companies, whatever it is there listed out in my Tally folder. Okay, so the destination means from where you want to keep your data. So that data path, you can keep it on your hard drive, or you can very well see that, now this G drive, this is my hard drive data, external hard drive data, what I'm reading it. So you can very well read the data from external sources, and you can very well keep the data on external sources, or you can keep it on a USB, and whatever way you want, even you can put it on OneDrive also. So this destination is the location wherein you need to give the path, and just select the company, whichever company you want to take the backup. Now I'm just selecting my company name as REBIN Present. Okay, I just selected here, and I just want only to take only one company's backup. I don't want to take all the company's backup. You can select very well one company's name, and then go on the end of list and click it. So as soon as you accept in this path, the data will be created. So this is very simple step. once again, I will just show you how you are doing it. I'm just clicking on this data path, and then you have to select this backup option, and then you have to specify the path where you want to take the backup. And you can very well have your own format of taking the backup, but I just gave you my suggestion that how I'm keeping the backup. You can give a Tally backup, then 2021, the year, month, and date. So you will be able to follow like which date you are taking the backup. So this is how the backup option which you have to do. And we as an Arabian Crescent, we have developed one module, that is auto backup module. So this will very well like help you to take the system's backup. That is, it can be set the backup on the starting of the company, and you can set it like you want to take the backup like when you're closing the day, like then SOD and EOD. You can set the backup time, date and time. You can just mention it. Okay, so this is the auto backup what we have with us in as an Arabian Crescent. So anyone is willing to go for this Arabian auto backup module, you are most welcome. And apart from that, you can take very well manually, you can take the backup. So this is how you can take the backup option. Now, this is the first like frequently asked question. And in that, the other thing is like very important thing, like Tally, why are we telling to upgrade to renew your TSS? Okay, to renew the TSS, the very important thing, we are like we are writing the blogs on it, and we are sending the emails like what exactly it will help you to renew the that is Tally software service. Okay, so it is very important, like if you just renew your license, you will be always updated with the new release what is happening from the Tally. Okay, so many of the people, they don't know like the new release has been introduced in the market, because they don't go and check in the Tally's website the new release has been introduced or what. So for that, Tally has given one new feature right now. Whenever you are seeing this red button on the right side top, on the besides the help, you can very well see my cursor moving there. So you can see that red dot is there. In that red dot, that means there is a new release has been introduced by Tally. Okay, so you can very well go and see what is your current release it is running. You can just go here down below and just upgrade. Now see, this button is there, upgrade. Okay, you can click on this upgrade button. Now here you see this one release is there. Just click on this button, and right side one update now, one update option will be popped up. You have to just select, enter, and do the update. Okay, but before doing any kind of updations in the releases, first you have to take the backup. Okay, it is very important that whenever you are going for a new release updations or anything you are doing, you should just take a backup to be on a safer side. So this is a very important thing what everyone face, that how to take the backup or how to do the release updations, and how to find that there is a new release has been popped up in the system. So it is very simple. On the right side corner, you can see the red button is there. Okay, so this is how you can do the release updation button. And don't worry, this link will be already there in our website and Facebook and YouTube. You can very well, if you have any doubts, you can very well go back to that particular our website or our Facebook or our YouTube channel, and just see the process, how you can upgrade the release, or how you can take the backup, or whatever discussion we are having right now. Okay, you can always very well go back and refer to it. And please, for that, you need to first subscribe our channel and give us your feedback. The next what webinar you're looking for, and very important, like how did you like our today's webinar, that please give us a comment. And just we would love to read your comments and share any doubts you are there. We will clear it through that. Perfect. So this is how I request you all to please subscribe our channel. Now moving further, very important thing, like there are in voucher now, in Tally Prime they have moved like accounting voucher, inventory voucher they have made. simple as only one voucher as vouchers. Okay, in that voucher itself, they have given all the vouchers. How many vouchers are there in Tally? Almost like 28 vouchers are there in Tally. All those vouchers are just linked inside this particular menu voucher. Okay, now you must be wondering, I can't see here credit note, I can't see here delivery note, I can't see sales order and purchase order, receipt notes. I can't see anything where these all things it went. So you can see the right side, there is a small icon is there, blue button, corner. Against each and every menu, there is a small button is there, the arrow key button. Okay, if you just click on that, then you will be able to see what all vouchers are there inside that. And if any voucher is not active, it will be shown as a blur, just like let me see, any vouchers are not active. Yes, see, now this one, rejection in button is like it is inactive. That means we have not activated that particular voucher. So this will even give you a review that these are all the vouchers which you have not activated, which you have not opted to use. Okay, only these vouchers which are in use, you can very well go and check from there. And very simple way, I'll even show how to activate that particular vouchers which is not under use. Perfect. So you can just click on this sales button, and then now here you can see sales delivery note and sales order. Same way, if you click on purchase, then there is all the purchase related informations are there. Then if you click on this contra, then here the payroll vouchers are there. Okay, so all these informations, everything is been moved into that. And now in the payment voucher, here you can see the debit note. Same way in the receipt voucher, if you see, then it is a credit note. So this is the way you can see that. Now, how to activate this voucher? Like, many of the people, they are asking us this question, how to activate this particular voucher. Okay, so it is very simple. Here you have to just click on this other voucher, and here you see on the top, show inactive. Okay, so this is how you will be able to understand like how many vouchers are there in the system which I have not activated or which are already in active mode. As I said, the rejection in, now see this particular thing, voucher is inactive. Just if I press on it, it is asking you that it is do you want to activate this voucher? If you press yes, it will be activated. Okay, so it is very easy to activate the vouchers, and it is very easy also to deactivate this voucher. Now say for instance, I have activated this particular voucher, rejection in is been activated. Okay, rejection in, why we are passing is this rejection in voucher is the voucher, it is at the stage of this sales delivery note. Okay, when you deliver some material, against the delivery note, if there is something rejection is happening, you can always pass a rejection in voucher, because the stock is going to come inside the system. That's the reason it is rejection in. And same way, when you are passing the rejections for the material you have received against the purchase orders, so that is your rejection out. So this is how the difference between like rejection in and rejection out. Now I activated this rejection in voucher. So I just want to deactivate that rejection in voucher. What you have to do, very simple procedure. All you have to do is you have to come into the gateway of Tally, then go into alter, then select this particular voucher type. Okay. Inside that, here you just type as rejection in. Perfect. So once you go into this rejection in voucher, now down below here is the option activate this voucher type. As soon as I make it no, that means this particular voucher is been deactivated from the system. So this is how you can activate the vouchers, and this is how you can deactivate the vouchers. Perfect. So now once you deactivate this voucher, it is done and deal. Perfect. Now one more important thing, like everyone wants the voucher numbering. Since we are talking about the activating the vouchers, deactivating the vouchers, usage of the voucher, so you want to just do the voucher numbering in your format, like however your company they requires the voucher format. You just want the voucher format to be designed as per to your requirement. Very simple step. Now let us take it sales itself. I'm going into the sales voucher. Okay. Now, as I believe most of the people, they must not be aware of it. There are in Tally, there are different types of voucher numbering. Okay. One is automatic, auto manual, and manual. Perfect. So these are the above three are the mostly used voucher numbering format in the market. So the only thing what everyone are using is automatic. So automatic voucher numbering, if you're taking in that automatic voucher numbering, what happens now? Say for instance, it is today's 30th of this month, 30th September. You have entered all the sales invoices, everything till today. So month is over. Now next month is starting on 1st of October. Now, if you want to enter some entries on 29th of October, then what will happen? So if you keep the voucher numbering as automatic, then if you do any alteration on 29th of October, 29th of September, the below all the voucher numbers, what is there, which is going automatically, it will change. Okay. Say for instance, on 29, the voucher numbering was ended at 500. And on 1st of October, the voucher numbering started at 501. And now you're going back and doing the entry of in 29th September. So now this automatic numbering, what it will do, it will just push all the vouchers down as soon as you do some entry in the backdated. So this is why we suggest our users that you should not use automatic. You should take auto manual. Auto manual, what it helps is, like as I said, having said before, like on 1st of October, the voucher numbering, I kept it as 501. Now I'm going on 29th of October, and then I want to pass an entry. So on 29th of October, the voucher number will be allotted 502. Okay, so the down below, all the voucher numbering formats are not changing. System is keeping your voucher numbering format in an order, and it is giving you an option that you can go back into the backdate entry. But again, it depends if you have the usable rights that you can go and do the entry in backdated. If you're not having that option to do that, you have to always reach to your system admin or your next level person. Perfect. So this is how this auto manual number it helps. And coming to our voucher numbering format. So as I said, the steps, as I said, from gateway of Tally, let me take you once again. From gateway of Tally, I'm selecting this voucher type. Then I'm selecting whatever voucher. It can be sales order, it can be purchase order, it can be payment, receipt, any XYZ voucher. All the vouchers, same step, the procedures are there. All you have to do, bring the cursor to use advanced configuration option. Here you have to make it yes, and then enter. Now here you see I have just made one small format, like I want to do the voucher numbering in this format. Okay. Now say for instance, now from 1st of October, I want to change my entire voucher numbering format. I want to give some, like, numbers and all those things with zeros and all those things I want to give. I'm just giving here, like I want to give like SI/004/2021. That way I want to do it. So I want to give 3 zeros before 1. So that's the reason I'm just mentioning 4. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Here I'm mentioning 4, and down below, and you have to remember this particular option has to be made yes, prefix 0. Okay. Here you have to make it yes. Bring the cursor down below. Mention the date here, 1/10/2021, and I want to start from the option 1. Now come here again, same 1/10/21, and I want to mention SI, that is sales invoice, stroke. I'm just giving a suggestion. You can try by yourself. You can have your own format, whatever format you wanted. Okay, come here now. Just put it 2021. Perfect. So all you need to do is you have to just save this particular voucher, or you can press Control A, it will be saved. Now, when I'm coming to the voucher entry here, and I go into the sales invoice, and I'm selecting here the date as 1st of October 21. Now, on the top, you can see how the voucher numbering has been changed. SI 0001, that I said to mention the 4 before before the zeros. So it is given, the zeros are 3. The fourth digit is the number 1. So the why I told you the option to put the 4. This is how it works out. Perfect. So now this is the way you can change your voucher numbering format. Like, these are the major issue. These are the major requirements which each and every callers they are asking us, and very important format, since we are there in the sales invoice only. And I would like to introduce 3 more invoice formats, that is item invoice, accounting invoice, and voucher as voucher. Now, this particular option in Tally ERP, it was like, you have to press Alt-I and then you can do that. Now here in Tally, they have made a different option like change mode. So with Word itself, you can understand, like in my earlier webinar also I have told, like Tally is giving you the menus in such a manner that any layman person can understand what exactly they are trying to tell about this menu. So change mode, when I click on it, then here you'll be able to see item invoice, accounting invoice, and as voucher. The difference between these 3 vouchers are, in item invoice, you can select the invoice, all these stock items. When you're purchasing some items, it might be in terms of services, it might be in terms of inventory, or it might be any kind of thing, or just you want to make only the sales booking. That's all. You don't want to do anything else. So these are the 3 mostly widely used entries. So this inventory invoice, as soon as it says select the inventory invoice, now the format of the invoice is getting changed. Now here you see down below, you are able to see the name of item. Perfect. So as I said, like with the menus, you are able to see like how many what this invoice they are trying to tell you. Okay. So now that means now this is in this system, you can very well select the inventory items. And now again, the same thing, when I go and change this option over here, other vouchers, sorry, not other vouchers, change mode. When I click on this change mode, then next it is coming this accounting voucher. Okay. Accounting voucher. Hello, Mr. Sandeep, welcome. Perfect. Now here, this is the accounting voucher. Now accounting voucher, what it helps. Now once you select on this accounting voucher, now you see the item name has been removed and particulars it has come. So if you are not comfortable in debit and credit format, you can very well pass the entry over here as like, cash you're selecting, enter it here down below. And now here I can select the sales ledger. Okay, I'm selecting sales ledger. And now here you can mention whatever is your sales value. Here you can select VAT. This is how you can just, if you want to book only the sales invoice. Only the sales invoice. Mr. Sandeep, can you please put your phone on mute, please? Perfect. Thank you. Right. So now this is how, if you're not comfortable in accounting terms, like what I should debit, what I should credit. So if you're not comfortable in, you can select this particular mode, that you can directly book the here in this instead of this sales account. Here you can select even the service ledger. If you are calling some outside auditor or outside some quality check team to come in, and their invoice you want to put in the system, and once you check that particular quality of the product, and then you're invoicing to your customer that particular services what you have taken from them. So in that case, here you can just go instead of sales in sales account, here you can make a new account as service account, service ledger, or whatever you call it as. Now being here, I don't have the service ledger. Oh, perfect, it is there. Okay, I'm just selecting here service. So this service, and again, here you can mention the description also. Now here I'm in the service ledger, and here I can mention the description for the inventory. I can just select from here, description is connected. Perfect. Here inventory is not activated. That's the reason I'm not getting that list over here. Otherwise, you can just mention here the description for the ledger. As soon as I'm doing the next screen, this screen will be popped up in front of you. This is giving you an option. You can type whatever you want to type here. This is just a note for your customer that this is the service for against this I'm raising the invoice. This screen, how did I arrive it to? From F12, there is an option called provide additional description for ledgers. If you activate this, then only that particular screen will pop up, and here you can mention whatever you want to mention it here. So this is the difference between the item invoice and service invoice. Now same thing, and I'm going here and I'm changing the mode to as voucher format. Okay, when I do this, automatically the entire format is getting changed. Here you can see the entire format is looking like a debit and credit format. Now here it is to and buy is there. You want to have the option with the debit and credit. Very well, you can go. Please, I would like to just tell one thing, like in the small things, like every customers there, every callers they are asking, like it is showing me to and buy. I want to make it like debit and credit, or I want to change this mode. So this is how always refer this change mode and this more details and other vouchers, and press F12, and here you can go and get all this information which is already there. These all informations you might have not made yes, or you might have made yes. Due to that, additional things are coming. So you can just very well go back and you can remove those things, and you can just arrive to whatever you wanted. Now see here, I'm changing. Here I'm seeing this is debit and credit, which is no. I have to just make it yes. If you're comfortable in to and buy, you can keep it to and buy. If you're comfortable in debit and credit, you can opt for debit and credit. So it's up to you. Okay, just by making that one option as yes, this particular screen has been changed. Perfect. Now, when I'm coming in this screen, the same thing, the entire format is changed. When you take the printout, again, you can have many other options in the print format. If you go here in the configuration, okay, so this configuration button, you can very well click on this configuration button, or F12 remains the same how it was there in ERP9, but now they have given one configure button. You can go here and you can click on it, and whatever you want to make it from here. You can make it. Now you just say it, since it's a service invoice, you don't want quantity, rate also you don't want, only the amount you wanted. So all you have to do is just press enter over there, automatically it will become no. Perfect. So now down below, go here, batches I don't want, remove it. What all things you don't want it, you can just remove it from this particular screen. So, and just save it from here, and now see the preview. You will be able to see the preview. Now here one more thing, every now and then we are getting this option that we are getting consignee every now and then. Consignee, we have not made yes, but consignee it is coming. So why it is like, why the consignee is coming, and these all informations I don't want, supplier, all those things. So having said before, it is all available in the configuration. Go here and type here as consignee. Now here you can see, like consignee option is there down below. Show consignee details. Just make it no, and just save it, and now go into preview, then you can see that this is gone, and these all informations are there. These all informations are there. These all informations are being taken out. Perfect. So these are the general things which everyone they are asking us. Now, I just pass on the things to you. You can ask your questions, whatever things you generally require. Perfect. So now the forum is open. Please ask your questions, whatever you want to ask. You can unmute yourself and you can just ask whatever questions you are having. Mr. Sandeep. Mr. Sandeep, am I audible to you? Anyone requires any things to be asked? You can very well click on the chat option and you can ask questions. Anyone? Mainly the session we have arranged for this question and answers session only. So please feel free to ask whatever doubts you are having. Yeah. Arabic printing tax. Yeah, it's very simple, sir. So all you have to do is like, you know. Yeah. You want to ask some questions?
Arabic PDF file sent for email.
Oh yeah.
In Arabic.
Yes. I really apologize for it. That is that particular option is still pending from Tally. That when you are exporting that to Arabic into PDF, it is giving question marks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is still to be resolved. It is in the pipeline of our R&D section from Tally. It is still to be resolved. That is not, maybe in the next release they might come up with. It is not yet resolved. In the next release it might come up with. Mr. Shalit. So Lakshmi Ajit, anything? Shijin. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, then we can just end up this session, and we will be leaving this particular thing on Facebook and YouTube. You can very well go back and see what all things we have discussed today, and anything. Yep. And few more questions are popping up. Multiple printing option on Prime is not working. Yeah. Mr. Shijin, what exactly you are trying to take the printout from the multiple accounting? You can please unmute yourself and you can please say. Mr. Shijin? Acha, all accounts ledger in Excel. You want to export it to Excel? All accounts ledger in Excel. It is unfortunately this thing is not coming up. Due to some reason, my system is not happening. I'll just share my my colleague's system. You can just see from there how we can do that. Just give me a sec. Let me stop sharing. Stop sharing there. Yep. So my colleague will share his screen. So he'll show this like how we can do this multiple account printing to Excel. Close into continuous loop and never brings up the result in Excel. Acha, it's going completely. This problem you are facing only in the, from Tally you are facing this problem, or from where you are facing? Give me a sec. Unfortunately, my system. Or Mr. Shijin, I will get back to you on this particular part. Unfortunately, my Tally license is not picking up, so that I'll personally get back to you. You can just drop your mobile number in the chat session. I'll get back to you on this point. The problem is only in Prime. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So please just share your number in the chat session. I'll get back to you on this particular issue. Lovely. Yes. Okay, we'll get back to you on this issue. Note. Yes, please go on. Please go on. Tell me. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes, we can very well do that. And yes, we can do that. We can do that. In customization, we can block that deletion and cancellation button. We can block it. That they cannot do it. And yes, there are some like modules we have developed. Now, say for instance, let me share. You can see my screen. Now I'm going into the sales invoice. I just want to block the fields from here. Okay, that I can just change the item name, but I cannot change the rate. I cannot do anything. Those kind of customization also we have with us. Like you can block certain areas in the invoice, and you can give the access to the other areas wherever they want to change it. Okay, so these kind of thing, yes, we can do that. Mr. Shijin, I'll get back to you on this point that for how you want to, like what exactly you want to block that in the deletion file. Perfect. Now let me see my, I think so.
Yeah, 20 सब पैसा 25 में दे दिया. Yeah, yeah.
व्हाट्सएप देखिएगा, ये व्हाट्सएप किया था उसने.
Can you please put on mute, please?
मिला मिल गया जी.
Who is there on this thing you see now? So this one, Mr. Sijan, this one from here, I understood what you mean to say. Like whenever we are exporting that, and from there, then it is going automatic in the spool option. That we will connect your system and we'll check exactly what problem you are facing. Okay, we can do that. And besides this, anyone else? Perfect. So if no one is having any doubts, so you can even reach us by phone or by email, WhatsApp, wherever you want to reach us, you can very well reach us. We'll be happy to give you the solution for it. And there is one more question has been popped up here. जरूर बात कर सकते हैं, जरूर बात कर सकते हैं हिंदी में. संदीप साहब, आप मुझे अगर ये पहले ही बोले होते तो मैं हिंदी में बात कर लेता था. वैसे जस्ट मैं आपको एक बता दूं कि अभी हम लोग कुछ एक सेशंस हिंदी में भी कंडक्ट करेंगे, जहाँ पे लाइक यू नो जो हिंदी कस्टमर्स हैं उनके लिए थोड़ा इजी हो जाएगा. और हमने इससे पहले एक वेबिनार हमने कंडक्ट किया था, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैनेजमेंट का किया था. तो उसका भी नेक्स्ट सेशन में भी एक हम करने वाले हैं कि हिंदी में भी सेम वो कंडक्ट करने वाले हैं, जिसमें सारा का सारा जो है आपको पूरा डेमो आपको हम लोग जो है वेबिनार जो है हम लोग हिंदी में कंडक्ट करेंगे. तो आप मुझे प्लीज बताएं आपको क्या क्या दिक्कत है आपको, तो मैं आपका रिप्लाई कर सकूंगा. संदीप साहब, हेलो,
आवाज आ रही है?
संदीप साहब, आप मुझे आपका नंबर व्हाट्सएप करें, इसमें चैट सेशन में डाल दें, मैं आपको कांटेक्ट कर लेता हूं. अगर कुछ दिक्कत है तो आप मुझे व्हाट्सएप आपका नंबर इस चैट सेशन में आप डाल दीजिए, मैं आपको कॉल बैक कर लूंगा. और एनीवन एल्स? परफेक्ट. संदीप साहब का नंबर मैं नोट कर लेता हूं. इट्स नॉट इंडियन नंबर. ये कहाँ का नंबर दिया आपने? इंडिया का नंबर है, ये क्या नंबर है ये? ओ, ये आपका व्हाट्सएप नंबर है आपका? परफेक्ट, ठीक है, मैं कॉल कर लूंगा आपको. 834. ठीक है संदीप साहब, मैं आपको कॉल कर लूंगा, आपसे बात करता हूं मैं. Anyone else besides this? So we can just close this session. And I believe it was an interactive session, and thanks a lot for short notice you guys have attended in this webinar. And yes, this won't be the last webinar we are going to conduct. This will be a series of webinars, and we will be coming up with many features. संदीप साहब, इससे और भी बहुत सारे webinars हम conduct करेंगे, और आपके साथ मैं पर्सनली कांटेक्ट में रहूंगा. जब भी हिंदी में कंडक्ट करूंगा आपको मैं अपडेट कर दूंगा कि ये चीज मैं हिंदी में कंडक्ट कर रहा हूँ, तो आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. एंड इवन आप ज्वाइन कर लें, इंग्लिश में भी कोई मुश्किल नहीं है. कुछ है तो डाउट्स आपसे बात कर लेंगे. तो सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोना कंडक्ट. सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ Arabian Crescent, I would like to thank you all to give your valuable time to us and to share your doubts with us. And it will be appreciable that you can just mention which next webinar's topic you would like to discuss, or how was this webinar? Did you find like more interactive, or how was the session and all? You can just mention the comments in our Facebook or YouTube, and please share our channel with other friends of yours, those who are using Tally. And if anyone is interested to buy Tally, please recommend our name. As I said, like, this is not going to be the last webinar. It's going to be a series of webinars for you all. Okay. Thank you for all giving your time to us, and have a nice weekend and be safe. Take care. Bye. Signing off for the day. Thank you.